All right, let's move on to item E, gifts, grants, donations. Oh. This was informational. I think all this list is informational. Oh, it had support material. STARS support material. So we'll have this in our next agenda if we could plan on that. Mr. Secretary, appreciate it. I said if we could have this on our next agenda so we can enable them, I would appreciate it.
Oh, as an action.
As an action item. Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, if we're going to do that, I think that a number is going to have to be picked sometime or another, whether it's SCI picks it or whatever, but I don't think you can just leave that issue open without assigning a number at the first 75,000 of, what are there, 150 or 140,000 applications. Well, but
if
I think they would
staff would have a recommendation, SCI has a recommendation, we look at them both and move from there.
Okay, and the other issues were you ought to give them some direction on who should be restricted and who shouldn't be. I would just as soon have as clean of a take as we could possibly get, because the cabs are going to have to look this thing over. So I would like to at least make sure the directions that we give are reasonably close.
As far as the legal questions on this, when could we expect a legal answer on whether or not restricted participation is an issue?
Next week.
And then we can, that'll enable us to narrow some of this down.
Depends how many more lawsuits we get in. Soon.
Soon.
It's the best I can do.
Very good. As soon as we get that in, I'm thinking that should enable a lot of these things. And as far as that goes, the general ideas as presented by Mr. Capurro, I don't have an issue with those. As for the priorities myself, but I'm not debating here today, so. Anything else before we move on to E?